Okay, we're at our favorite search engine again. We're going to, again, do the surprise me thing, because that's where we get interesting results from. I'm going to turn off my dark reader for this one. New York City Police Department police band. I can't... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is very something. I've got some judgments about it. They have policeband at AOL.com as their email. That's nuts. Okay, so we've got NewYorkCity.gov. So yeah, this is at www.policeband.org. So we've got the NewYorkCity.gov thing with headquarters, administration, what all. Fidelis ad mortem. Welcome to the New York City Police Department band website. We could go to the NYPD website. We could go... We're at the home. We've got contact us, Japan tours. Okay, we're going to go check out the links. Band links. PBA. I don't know. The web... It definitely has that like old retro feel of like a poorly designed website that doesn't contrast well, and that's where we're at. So he's Lieutenant Tony Giorgio has served as the founder, conductor, and director of the police band since '91. Lieutenant Giorgio is a graduate of CW Post College and holds an blah 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 list of stuff. Includes studies with Charlie Perley, Jack DeJohnette, and Ron Gould. He also trained as an assistant conductor with Alexander Dashnaw, Greg Smith, and George Seufert. He's been a member of the New York City Police Department since '83, was promoted to sergeant in '88 and lieutenant in '97. '96, Lieutenant Giorgio was awarded the New York City Police Foundation's Hemmerdinger Award for excellence, recognizing outstanding contributions to police services. In New York, Lieutenant Giorgio serves as the commanding officer of the Police Commissioner Ceremonial Unit. Lieutenant Giorgio is a graduate of the National Academy of the FBI in Quantico. So the photos seem recent, but like the website very much has some very, very, yeah. So they've got various ensembles. Here's some photos. Okay, so they've got Giant Super Bowl in 2008. When was this last updated? Let's see. Dude. Digital cameras. Be like, wow. What? Pix 2004. Gosh, this feels like Fujifilm cameras. Because my dad got a camera like back in like 99, 2000. A digital camera. And that's kind of like when the only thing that we had that could play DVDs was a laptop. And our first DVD was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But anyway, repertoire. They've got Amazing Grace in there. Armed Forces Salute, America the Beautiful, Bad Boys. Let's see. I Am What I Am. How Deep Is Your Love? Isn't She Lovely? 76 Trombones, Rescue Me, Raiders of the Lost Ark, interesting, Star Spangled Banner, of course, Navy Hymn, Stars and Stripes Forever, This Is My Country, Twist and Shout, YMCA, Steel Drum Ensemble, ooh. Band history, they've got nothing here. That's pretty cool. Although, my dark reader did nothing for it, but anyway. List of price of medieval items. The list of medieval prices which follows is by no means complete or thoroughly researched. I merely extracted references from some of the books I have and thought others might like to inspect it. The sources I used are listed at the end of an item. It is because I had several references I wish to record. French livre, sou, and denier are equivalent to the pound, shilling, and penny. For ease, I've divided this list into the following sections: tools, horses, food and livestock, books and education, buildings, clothing and clothing armor, weapons, marriage, funerals, travel, miscellaneous goods, and wages. Of course, a price list is a misleading guide to a feudal economy because so many goods were either produced within a household or supplied by a lord. Retainers could get money, but they would also get food, lodging, weapons, sometimes, and cloth. Knights Templar were provided with clothes, horses, and armor. So let's see, you've got 2 yokes that would be, how did he? Okay, so you've got, trying to look, 12 pence when, so we've got 4 shillings for 2 yokes. That denier? I think so. Bellows at 30 shillings. Yeah. Pence. I think 9 pence is what that comes out is really. 80 pounds warhorse. Okay. So this is halfway like, so yesterday I was at the Family Search Center. We were doing a like getting a guided tour basically for purposes in local church leadership. And while I was waiting for the rest to come, one of the workers there, she was going through one of the books they have that was going over some of the stuff that one guy had in his estate as when he died and had left in his will. And so kind of similar to this, it had a listing of everything that he had and the value of each of those things. So obviously they used dollars in there because it was back over, where was it? In Kentucky. But here we're seeing like shillings, prices, and like pence and so on. So in pounds. Sources, 2 shillings. Says 2 shillings per day. This is not only insanely high, but the text also claims that the board was same as Oxford. 7 books for £5, 126 for £113. Oxford board is 104 shillings per year. Clothing was 40 shillings a year. And instruction was 26 shillings and 8 pence per year. Let's see. Rent of a cottage, 5 shillings a year. I mean, I don't know how to adjust that for inflation, but that's nuts. Let's see. Mail, 100 shillings. Sample peasant dowries, 13 shillings and 4 pence. All ranging up to 57 shillings, or 63 shillings even. And 4 pence. Huh. Wedding feast, wedding peasant, wedding total. £3 to £4. Dowry for baron's daughter, £1,000 or better. Let's see. 6 silver spoons for 14 shillings. History is wild. So here are the references. Yeah, for all of that. That is wild. So you can hire a mercenary for 4 shillings a day, or just get a man-at-arms or squire for a shilling a day. Interesting. Welsh Vintinars, lieutenant pay, drummer or trumpeter, cavalryman, infantry. That's interesting. Okay. Next one. Fondue-like. Les and John's fondue-like website. The name fondue comes from the French fondre, to melt, originating in Switzerland and said to date from 1691 from 1691. The true fondue is a combination of hard and semi-hard cheeses mixed together with wine and melted in a single handed pan known as a coquillon. Into this are dipped lumps of bread spiked onto forks. The idea of cooking things by dipping them on forks into pots has been extended by cooking pieces of meat in a pot filled with hot cooking oil. The fondue bourguignon, or broth, the fondue chinoise. Again, the cunning Swiss expanded on the idea of melting cheese and using their other major product, chocolate, and produced a dessert fondue in which you could dip fresh fruit. In the UK, during the 1970s, fondue sets became a favorite gift, but after one or two meat fondues were usually forgotten. However, on alpine or skiing holidays, these meals are still very popular. Sometimes those who lose their bread or meat in the pot are required to do a forfeit, give a kiss, or pay for the next bottle of wine. What you choose to do in the privacy of your own home, we do not wish to know about. This website gives you a comprehensive selection of the types of fondue you can attempt. To bring them to you, Leslie Ogilvie and John Prentice have done extensive research on the restaurants in the UK. We recommend the St. Moritz Swiss restaurant in London's Wardour Street. Switzerland, Austria, Italy, and France, plus experience in the kitchen. It was a tough job, but somebody had to do it. All recipes are given are the size for serving 2 people. They are basically giving you date recipes, is what they're doing. So you've got cheese fondue, chocolate and dessert fondues, fondue-like cheese specials, fondue trams, fondue tram tour running from Bellevue using restaurant tram in 1802, or more recently, preserved tour car 1330. Details of this can be found at VBZ web. Operate a fondue tram tour. There's really? Show me picture. See the Bernmobile website. Or after your fondue, do you fancy looking at some old Swiss tram and light rail postcards? This is for the tramtism boys. Let's see. Let's go with cheese fondue. Let's turn off dark reader. Originating in Switzerland from the French. Okay, so we've got 300 grams of Gruyere cheese and 100 grams of Emmental cheese, 1 clove of garlic, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, 200 milliliters of dry white wine, 1 squeeze of lemon juice, and a shot of kirsch, and salt and pepper to taste. After removing and discard any rind, grate the cheeses and mix them together. Cut the bread into 30-millimeter cubes and serve in a basket. Do not use very fresh bread as it falls apart. Cut the garlic in half and rub it around the inside of the fondue pot. Then discard. Put the pot on your cooking stove and add wine, lemon juice, and corn flour in a low heat. Cook for a few minutes. Stir continuously until the cheese is all melted and gently bubbling. If the mix seems too thin, add more corn flour, and if too thick, add more wine. Finally, add the shot of kirsch and stir in. When complete, place the pot with care in its stand in the center of the table. The pot is kept hot by a spirit burner in the base of the stand. Okay, so some people like fondue fountains, but yeah, this makes sense. Each diner puts the cubes of bread onto a fork, then dips them into the cheese mix, and then eats them, taking care not to burn your mouth. To precede the fondue is a plate of Bunderfleisch, an air-dried beef of Grayson's Canton, or the similar Viande Sèche from Gruyere. Vegetables, etc. In addition to bread, cooking vegetables sautéed in butter can also be dipped into the cheese fondue. Let's see, baby chestnut mushrooms, asparagus, baby sweet corn, courgettes or zucchini, new potatoes, breaded garlic mushrooms, celery sticks, carrot sticks, apple, ripe pear, gherkins, and pickled onions. Interesting. Suggested wines, microwave method. Alternative cheese recipes. Okay, so that's a very basic one. Cut the garlic in half, follow the general recipe as above, cut the garlic in half and rub it around the inside of a suitable microwave-safe bowl or pot, then discard. Add the wine, lemon juice, and corn flour, microwave a minute. Add the grated cheeses, microwave 2 minutes. Stir in remaining cheese, salt, and pepper, microwave 5 minutes. Stirring twice during cooking. Add the shot of kirsch and stir in, microwave 1 minute. Stand and for 3 minutes before serving. Times are for a 750-watt microwave oven on full power. Adjust times for other ovens. Interesting. Hot oil fondue is the favorite of the fondue evening in Austria. So we've got a filet mignon, about 25 millimeters thick, vegetable oil, and assortment of dips. It's filet mignon nuggies, okay? That's what I'm seeing. And then stir fry or steak, squash, green pepper, cooking meat in a broth instead of the oil used in the fondue, white wine, chicken or vegetable stock, lemon, garlic, ginger, sugar. Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm gonna have to bookmark that one. Holy cow. Chocolate fondues. Evaporated milk. Interesting. Yeah, the chocolate one is definitely one I might have to look at doing too. Swiss Mountain. Most hard, semi-hard cheese melts icily. Oh, I've got a problem. This one, is it this? Yeah. No. The middle one. Right before. Oh, this one might have to be a dinner, honestly. You've got 400 grams of sirloin or stir-fry steak. Let me. I don't have the conversion straight up in my head, because that does make a difference. That, 14 ounces? 14 ounce steak? Yeah, maybe. That's definitely one for the testing. But yeah, I think we're going to end it on that delicious note, and I will see you guys later. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.